Okay. I wish I could listen to whatever music I wanted to, but I can't. Yeah. I really like that music, but I gotta listen to like Stellaris and stuff, I guess. But you get tired of it, it's the thing. Tired of it. What should I listen to? Just do some Mass Effect, I guess. Fuck it. Hello, Brent. Hello, mate. Just getting banned by YouTube is normal. Just normal things going on. Turn that down. I think that's a bit too loud, isn't it? I'm trying to create explosions at the moment. Banned by YouTube. It's nothing serious. It's just like I don't get a copyright strike or anything. It's just trying to play music on stream. Something gets detected and then it bans you. But you can still stream, and I don't get a copyright strike or anything. So it's not too bad. Anyway, I've been making explosions. So this is my first explosion that I made. This is the second explosion I made. This is the third explosion. They all look kind of different. And this is the fourth one I'm making right now. And I just experimented and I found out you can subtract, you can do these weird like colors and things. It's like a cool version of confetti. I mean, your confetti stuff, you're obviously really good at shaders as well. I didn't realize your sprites are all shaders as well. Like, that's super advanced, I feel. And you were messing around with the matrix thing. Was that the solution in the end? Was the matrix thing the solution to getting it to rotate, or did you do something else? Let's have these go all the time, and I can tell what's going on. It's a rainbow. I don't know whether that's a good idea. Should I really have a rainbow? Let's try this one. I'm not sure a rainbow is a good idea. Let's see what happens. I'm not digging the rainbow. Okay, let's see what this looks like when I put it all together. Okay. Let's see what that looks like in game. That didn't look that's too bad, I don't think. Copy UID. The subtraction doesn't really work like I would want it to work, unfortunately. It does weird stuff that you shouldn't be doing. Oh no, did I welcome you back, Multibit? I don't know. Did I welcome you back? Oh, I need to disable like they keep on using countermeasures, and so my missiles are always missing, and that's a problem. So temporarily I need to disable them so that I can not have the missiles keep on missing constantly. EO Flash, hello. Hello, EO Flash. Godot. I couldn't really see it there. Okay. I think there's a local to scene issue. I think there is a local to scene issue. Where like, yeah. Some of the explosions aren't playing. Is that a thing? I hate the resource system in Godot. This is one thing I hate more than anything. Is the unique system. Well, I complain about it every day, right? It's just. Yeah. I don't think it would be that. It wouldn't be this that's the problem. I think it would be the animation player that's the problem. Maybe. And so this has to be local to scene. I think so. Anti-Z. Hello, mate. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. EO Flash, are you a game dev? If you want to lurk, you can lurk, obviously. And did I say hello, Overkane? You arrived just in time while I was complaining. I gotta stop complaining. Godot is a fantastic an open source thing, completely free, and I'm lucky it even exists. I paid $6 to just my camera on PC. I paid $6 to just my camera on my PC. I paid $6 to just my camera on PC. Adjust. Where's my anti-complaining kettlebell? True. True. I think I fixed it, by the way. It was the local to... You gotta make sure certain things are... No, I didn't. See, it didn't play there. See how that didn't play and then it played there and then it played there but didn't play there? Things are unreliable. I feel like things are... Maybe it did play... See, the corona was there, and then I got this issue. Like, you could make these things local to scene, but is that the problem? Is the process material have to be local to scene? Just to used. I paid $6 just to used my camera on PC. Just to use it. Like one of those scams where like sometimes I watch those videos where they like someone will ring up one of those scam call centers and they want you to buy like this useless software or something. Is that what you mean, Anti-Z? I guess. We could local to scene things, but I don't know English. I only know a few words. All right. I wanted one thing from the app, and it's just to screen share my screen. Okay. Do I like this explosion? It's okay. You know? It's fine. It's fine. It's completely fine. Might make it a bit bigger. And try to get rid of this weirdness here. Oh, that's because of that. Just do that. S6 looks of my life. But show me what's new with this project. Oh, really? What's new with my project? I'll just be making explosions. There are new ships, I suppose. I don't know when you last saw it. There are laser beams and things. I'll add them here. Yeah. No, there's like a laser beam. Last thing I did was play like a few weeks ago. Oh yeah. And now I've just been adding some explosions and things. And the frigate all has like independent turrets, so the turrets can fire in different directions. Like, it can be firing in this way, and then there's a ship over here, it can fire at that ship. A bit of friendly fire. And of course, all these new, I've got loads of new, these are the player ships, right? This one's called the Eagle. And then there's this one. I think I called this one the Raven. This is like a bomber. Well, I don't have the other ship. It died, I guess. And this one's called the Kestrel. It's a nice little ship that's really fast, and but it's only going to have 3 guns. I actually like this one the most. It's like it's simpler, but I think I did a better job on this, like with the animations and stuff. It looks, yeah. I gotta do, when I'm making more ships, you almost want to make them simpler. Making them simpler kind of works a lot better. Making them like super complicated like this. Yeah, of course, Santi-Z. I think that explosion is going to be okay. Let's go for the next explosion. I think the fireball worked out. Let's choose this one though. Copy. This is medium explosion 5. 12. Process material. Display scale. 10. 8. It has to be a lot bigger, but I'm going to need to probably do this and this. Make wings correspond with the ship. Yeah. Well, they do at the moment, but maybe you can't notice. I do think that perhaps I need a better ambient light. But the wings do move. But maybe it's difficult to tell. And I do have little dusts, but yeah, I did actually make it less. I made I made less dust and then more dust, and then I can easily make the dust brighter again. But yeah, it's difficult to scale things in space, isn't it? Like getting some asteroids and things definitely would be good. to help with like the distances. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's see what it would be like with a little bit more ambient light. Let's see. Ambient light. I have to get a ship in here so I can see shades. Yeah, that. There you go. Add a color to it. But have it a bit brighter. Let's see what that looks like. Add dust to remove dust. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better, I think. A little bit of ambient light to make it brighter. Yeah, that looks way better. And then you can actually see a lot on this ship, the wings moving. Oh yeah. Oh, and there was something else I wanted to do. I wanted to unlink the rolling from. Okay, I can do this. Ship controller. At the moment it's this, right? Modded rotation speed. You might want this. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why that's so entertaining. Oh my god, I get dizzy. Getting dizzy. It might be a little bit too much though. I'm gonna divide that by 2, I think. Do a barrel roll. Yeah, that feels a bit better. Of course, it's gonna be faster with the little ship. I missed the A. Oh. You too. Now you too can be Anakin Skywalker. What was I doing before I got distracted by barrel rolls and other things? I was doing an explosion. This explosion here. I was going to go to color curve. I was going to go to alpha curve. Is there a flip button like your whole ship flips fast? In Freelancer, in this game, because everything in this game is copied from Freelancer, except for the rolling. Actually, there wasn't any rolling in Freelancer. I added that, but there's this thing called engine kill. So you press, you go forward, right? When you press engine kill, it sort of unlinks your ship from, so you carry on going in the direction you were going, but now you can rotate. So what you do is, you know, you're going in this direction, and then you go like that, and then you're going backwards. So it's a lot better in the fast ship, you know. That's the one mechanic that's always missing from space games, like Everspace or whatever. They never include the engine kill stuff from Freelancer, so that's why they're always just slightly disappointing, for me at least. Okay. I don't know many spaceship games. Just nod my head in agreement. I mean, I haven't played them all, right? I haven't played Elite Dangerous very much. Well, I tried to play Elite Dangerous, and then I realized it was like a simulation. And same with X3. That was also a simulation sort of game. I like the arcade sort of games. I don't really want to play a simulation. Okay, that's cool. And then let's add because the thruster effect lingers so long. So there's another mechanic in Freelancer. Is that when you're in engine kill, you can actually thruster at the same time. And it changes your direction, but you retain the engine kill, which means you can slide in circles, like you can drift. like it was a car game. You can sort of drift around. So like my engine's off. Like this engine here, that's off right now. You see it's on now. And then now it's off. But I can still do the thruster. So you could just be doing this and not really realize that you're in engine kill, yeah. But can you flip like in Star Fox? You do a barrel roll now. You have to do the flip yourself. You can't just press a button and have it flip. What was I doing? Explosion 2. So it's still a bit small, I think. If I increase the velocity and increase the scale a tiny bit. Is that the right size now to match that one? No, it's still a bit small. I don't want to increase the scale too much because it starts getting pixelated, right? That's probably going to be fine though. So, what's this? I don't think I want that. But one thing I think I do want is another one of those waves. This thing. I want this thing. Copy that. Paste that. If I can change the color. Your ship needs some brushed metal on the wings. Yeah, I was experimenting with that. You keep on distracting me. I was experimenting with I can add a texture to it. Even though it's vertex colors, I can add a texture. It just doesn't look quite right. Let me see real quick. And you can have the vertex colors and they sort of overlay on top of each other. Actually, what happens if I add the texture here? Oh, I got rid of it. Engine failure should be a thing, so you kill it too many times and you lose control. Yeah, maybe. Like this brushed metal, I guess, something like that. I mean, I'll grab them all, even though probably not going to use them. I want to see what happens. Oh, it does sort of work. Kind of. It kind of works. I think because there wasn't a UV, there isn't a proper UV. It does kind of work. I don't know if you would notice that though. There's also this thing. I think I did put a UV on the other one though. Yeah. Heavy fighter. I'm pretty sure I put a UV on this one. What happens if I put a normal map on? It doesn't quite work. I didn't do the UV correctly, I don't think. Also, it wouldn't match the UV correctly, would it? It would have to. You would have to make a texture. You would have to make a texture. Oh, Dan Garup's here. Hello. Too shiny. Well, I made it shiny on purpose. There's a clear coat thing here that makes it shiny. I like it shiny. I think it looks good. I haven't decided though. I might... There's this thing where it lets you put an extra... but it doesn't quite work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Anyway. Anyway, I'm being distracted. Does that even work anymore? Oh, it does. I couldn't tell. It has to be on ad. You definitely can't do that, unfortunately. It's too small a texture. Okay, anti-DC, let me. I think Best Word Bard fixed his overlay, but it's for one screen, full screen still. I got TTS Monster now as well. So it doesn't seem worth it. Oh. Let's try that. Why not? I made an OBS overlay for music using YouTube API. It's for Linux though. Yeah, I didn't realize you were a Linux person until you tried to play my game and you said you wanted a Linux version. I should be able to make the switch to Linux pretty easily because everything I use is already has a Linux version, right? Krita has a Linux version. And Godot and Blender and OBS. But I've heard a lot of like nightmares around getting OBS to work on Linux. It's all drivers and things, isn't it? Works on Ubuntu. My main issue with Linux is a real chance of drivers not working. Yeah. Your game is starting to look good though, Dan Garrett. Daniel Garrett. Is it Garrett? Daniel Garrett? If I was Portuguese, I would probably say Garrett. Danger rep. It is Garep? Oh. What am I making? I think you're talking to Dan, aren't you? The G here in Brazil has a different sound. Really? I wonder if Brazilian sounds different to Portuguese. It probably does. Giuseppe? Krita, thank you. So kind. Giuseppe. No, no, that's wrong. Oh, that was right? I just said it wrong? It says you're South African. Giuseppe. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dan. It's basically a Z. But the R is right, wrong. Oh. I'm not gonna try anymore. What was I doing? I'm not sure this is the best idea. Rolling the R's. Can we see it? Where is it? I played a very old version. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Oh, there's also this. Okay. Yeah. I feel like well, whatever. Okay, let's give this a go. I'm gonna go to script. Let's see what it looks like. What am I looking for right now? This. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That looks fine. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Sometimes I think there should be a brighter flash though. I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna start changing these types. Yeah, I want to change these types so they make more sense. This should be medium explosion, large explosion, small explosion. So I need to go to data, medium explosion, large explosion, small explosion. And then later on we'll have, medium colored explosion. No, we'll have like medium blue explosion like that. And then there'll be small explosion, small size, mainly ship, like ship explosions, death, mainly EMP missiles, mainly the mines and missiles. And then there'll probably need to be small blue explosion as well. Well, no, that's not planned for. And then we're going to need, I'm going to call it tiny explosion. And that will be for, and then that's going to have to be colored for each one though. Yeah, tiny explosions, like this. It's going to have to be like this, so each projectile can potentially explode. So you're going to need tachyon explosion, I think. Flak explosion. I think that's probably the best name for it. Yeah. For ion, neutron, particle, photon, plasma, positron, pulse. Actually, this is there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, hello, Centurion Mudpig. Hello. I've seen House of Dying Sun, but I've never played it. It's based off an old game called Freelancer. Oh. Alright, I'll just be right back. Are you a game dev as well? Are you working on anything, Centurion? All right. Yeah, I don't really like cockpit pit stuff. I don't know why. I don't like it has to be third person. I don't know why. I'm just used to Freelancer and that's what I like. And oh really, that's awesome. That's great. What was I doing? I made these explosions. And I'm probably going to need huge explosion. Call that. Massive explosion. These should still work though. Oh no. Yeah. Do that. You try to reorganize your types and everything just explodes. That's to be expected, I suppose. Spaceship body, engine, SAM, manager, compile error, spaceship body, dependent scripts, whole component. If take medium explosion. I think we're good. Missile uses a medium component. Mine. Oops. Mine. Medium explosion. Base projectile. And then I'm going to go to System. Effects Manager. For I int in explosion scenes. I'm gonna change this to scenes. Am I allowed to do this? One. Expected closing something. Reload. Okay. Actually, let's try to make that more clear. I don't have a Steam page now. Right. Okay, so those should load those types, and then for I get scene, scenes, get scenes, pick random, instantiate. Okay. I think it worked. Yeah, it's totally worked. Alright. Ugh. So, hmm. Hmm. Problem is, I'm going to be at this all day, and I'm never going to make any progress. I don't think I like this anymore. Yeah, I'm going to just get rid of that, I think. Alright. What time is it? 11 o'clock. I'm not happy. But over time, I'm sure I'm going to get better at making these explosions. And then at the very end, once I made all the explosions, I can go back and fix the ones I don't like. You know? Hopefully. Hmm. Can't wait for roguelike mode. It's a while off yet. Look at all this shit I've got to do. I'm gonna just try something real quick. Wave, I guess. Yeah. Copy. Paste. Well, actually, I've got flash on this one. No, that's not. This one has a flare on it. Try something else there. Actually, let's try. The classic. Just try the classic. Other. Misc light. Ooh. That isn't what I expected at all. Did not expect that. Hmm. Hmm. Mission curve. A mission curve. Hmm. 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 Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's just try to make some progress. Yeah, once I learn how to do these things, maybe I'll do them again later. So I'm gonna, for now, with a colored variant. Well, I can click that and then I'll do that one later. I suppose I can do the colored variant now. It won't take that long, right? It shouldn't do. I should be able to just copy this, paste it, type in blue medium explosion, go to the animation player. Now this is where things get tricksy and annoying. I think I have to delete this animation player because otherwise weird things happen because of the make unique stuff, unfortunately. Which is really annoying, but I think I have to do it. Because even if you think you've done it correctly, it always fucks up somehow. So, visual effect 4 seconds, call method this, call method this, call method this. Damage. Play random sound. Don't have any sounds yet. Malicious Munch, can you get the particles to spin off? I suppose I could. What, for one of the explosions? Maybe I'll do something like that now. Oh no, this was the blue variant. I just want to change the colour of this one. Scenes, visual effects, blue medium explosion. Okay, and then I just want to make sure, I just want to change the color of stuff. So I'm gonna make that unique, and then make sure you're blue. I even copy that blue. Unique, blue. Unique. Blue. It'd be nice if I could do this in code. There's probably a way I could do it in code. Modulate, like you can with in 2D, like modulate stuff. Yeah, I can't really get realistic looking explosions. It looks a bit too weird. I've still got a lot to learn here. Blue. That ended up kind of green, but that's going to be fine. Do kind of want to make this bigger. Okay. Medium explosion 2, copy, paste. What did I name it? Blue medium explosion. Blue medium explosion 2. Delete this. Add a animation player. Visual. For okay. Make unique. Tedium. Tedium. My old friend. Medium explosion 3. Copy. Paste. Blue explosion. Blue explosion. Blue explosion. Delete this. Visual. Oh yeah, I was making that local to scene. I don't know if that's necessary actually. I don't know. Difficult to say. Can I do this? Oh, I can. I have to do these one at a time though, unfortunately. Okay. A bit greeny, but I kind of like that. Medium explosion. Copy. Paste. Blue explosion. Cool method. Cool method. Cool method. Sometimes it's a method, sometimes it's a function. It really depends on how you're feeling. I probably don't need this many blue explosions, by the way. I don't need everything, single one. Whatever, I'm doing it now. Yeah. Yeah. Nearly done. Blue, medium explosion. And then if you wanted a green explosion, you have to do it all over again, etc, etc. Ugh. There would be a way to like do it through code. If you were clever about it, you could probably work out a way to do this by with code. Anyway, add a animation player, new animation visual effect, seconds, call method. Oh, I did it again. It was already blue, I think. Okay. There's definitely a less blue tint to that one, but it does have a blue tint, so I'm gonna call that fine. So now we've got blue explosions for like EMP stuff. There should probably be electricity in the blue explosions. Do you know what I'm saying? Rockadoodle. Read and run. Okay, mate. Thank you. Some people will introduce themselves, and then when they get raided, they'll like do a speech or something. But it vaguely annoys me when people do that. But I'll show my game for anyone who's interested. Okay. You fly a spaceship and you fight against enemies, and there's like a battle or something going on. These are just those I think I've broken the explosion. Well, there's an explosion there. Yeah, it's being very unreliable. The explosions are being very unreliable. How did that miss? That didn't look like it should have missed at all. That explosion is pretty slow, actually. Probably need to change that. Also, they spawn in like the wrong places a lot of times. If they spawn behind the missile in some weird way. Wonder why that is. They need to spawn at the hit point. Right? Oh, but it hit earlier, didn't it? I don't know. Sometimes it looks okay, I suppose. See, that should have been like here. The explosion was sort of behind me. We might want to latch the explosion onto the ship. So it's local. See, that one didn't even spawn right there. Ugh. How frustrating. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with the unreliability of particle effects. That's what I'm not happy about. Sometimes they seem to spawn, sometimes they don't seem to spawn. if your camera's not looking at them, right, nothing happens, obviously. But then you turn your camera around where they were a minute ago, and then they keep on playing in some weird way. I think maybe local cores could help. Maybe. Hmm. There might also be like local resource issues. And if I make all the process materials local to scene, I don't see why that, because this is just the shader. You might need to do it though. You might have to make these local to scene. I think so. I think that would make sense. Alright, that's what we'll do. I don't think you can do this en masse. If I try to do that en masse, I don't think it will work. Right? No. So obviously they're different. So I gotta go through every single thing. It even says you can't even do it at runtime, so I can't turn it on with code. It has to be done outside runtime. It doesn't make sense that this would be the problem. Can I test it somehow? That's fine. Yeah, that's not the problem. Oh, Belika. No, thanks, Belika. I appreciate that, mate. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm struggling at the moment to do explosions. I'm sure I'll get better at them over time, but yeah. I'm also struggling with like the reliability of particle effects in Godot, but there might be something I did wrong. Like sometimes they seem to spawn, sometimes they don't seem to spawn. It's not a very clear problem. Did you see that? Like it hit there, but then the explosion was here. Because the missile hit at this point, the explosion played at this point, but the explosion should probably... Should it? Should the explosion like... So I could attach the explosion to the ship that was hit, right? I can do that. We have the capability. I'm gonna test it out and see what happens. Let's see. Okay, so I already have an option here called add to ship. It already exists. I've just got to pass it a node to add. So my missile, my projectile, spawn explosion, collider, call the third spawn explosion, collider, And hit object was null, and node 3D was null by default. Right? That's a ship free. Okay. Yeah, that should be okay. Let's see what happens. Why does it look better? Right? It shouldn't look better. It's not realistic. But it looks better. That's weird. Why would it look better? It does look a lot better. Huh. I guess because, like, if you think about it in your head, like, the explosion is hitting the ship. And then it's coming out from the ship like that. Like, it looks way better. Well, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, it looks way better. Alright, yeah, I'm happy with that. And I made these blue explosions. Okay. Yeah, made the blue explosions. Oh no, I didn't. I want to add like electricity to them, right? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Because they're meant to be like EMP like explosions, so they need to have some sort of electricity going on. Let's think about that. So I'm gonna use fireflies as the base for this. Yeah, this is gonna be lightnings. Something lightnings. Make unique recursive and make unique. Let's see what we've got. We got electric radial. Not being add there. It's probably gonna have to be something more like there's gonna have to be smaller angle. You're gonna wanna Now you're probably gonna wanna have it on one spot. You're probably gonna have no velocity. Oh, there's radial velocity probably. Right, get rid of that. Okay, now there's on one spot. Yeah, perfect. Still look like it's moving somehow. Does it? Why would it be moving up? Is there gravity? Accelerations, gravity. Yeah, there is gravity. Okay, so we've got this other issue. It adds, right? If I do that, it shouldn't add. Oh, interesting. That's annoying. Yeah, it still adds a lot. Okay, let's use something else. There's probably some lightning here somewhere. See, these are masks for particles. Which means they're you have to use add. Which doesn't always work out. Yeah, I need to solve this. There must be a way people use these textures. Because I see people use them, but I think they use a special shader to do it. Don't they? What if I remove that? There is scissor. That doesn't seem to work. Why would that work? I've used these before in my other game. There's like a spark one or something in Kenny. Here we are. That is probably what I'll end up using. Let's just double check there isn't anything else. Alien explosion. It needs to be electric particles, doesn't it? I think all we got is this, but I'll probably look for some later off stream to see if I can find some more like sparkling sort of lightning particles, because I don't want to be relying on these and these alone. I'm going to counteract that with that colour maybe. Probably a lot less. We'll do like 8, and I will make them less explosive, less random. And also display scale alpha curve. Oh, did my alpha curve isn't working? Why would that be? Let's think. It's definitely not working. I guess because I turned this on, or oh, here we are. There you go. And we could do this thing and see how it looks, actually. I do like it. It's kind of fun. A bit of black lightning. This is kind of fun. Okay, we'll leave that in. Yeah, that's cool. But I will... These probably need to be like flashes, right? So... Actually, let's randomize the scale as well. 1 to 5. I guess I need a bunch then. Because I guess I will randomize the... Oh, lifetime randomness here. I want like... Do you know what I'm saying? How do I achieve that? Not that you could see black lightning in space, true. True. True, true, true. How do we go dun 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 dun? Like I went to flash, then pause, then flash, then pause, then flash. Interpreter end causes all protocols to template, pre-process, speed scale, randomness ratio. I think what you gotta do, you gotta put your lifetime up And then you've got to do this. Right? Yeah. No more black lightning though. There you go. And then the scale is going to have to match that. If there's a scale curve, is there a scale curve? Obviously it looks a lot smaller now. There isn't a scale curve. Okay, how are we looking? I think it's too small. Let me have a look. Lightnings. Bam. Bam. Oh, it goes on for way too long now. 2 seconds. Let's do 1 second. Obviously the scale is way too small. I think there's too many as well. Do that. 30. 5. 60. To 10. Oh yeah. Maybe the lightning comes a little bit afterwards though. Oh yeah. That looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to add that lightning to each EMP sort of missile. Blue, medium explosion. Paste. Lightnings. I guess we'll change the color to match. Let's have do this again. This one feels like it should be a little bit bigger. Yeah. Blue explosion 2. Cool. Blue explosion 3. That looks correct. Blue explosion 4. Paste lightnings. No. This actually gives me a little bit of context as well about the sizes. You know, this one's clearly too small. I'll deal with it later though. Okay. So now I can say all of the like the EMP stuff is done. Maybe a bit. There you go. Okay. Now we're looking to do large explosions probably next. So, like where the ship explodes. And probably end up using the same explosion for the torpedo, unless I want something that looks... an explosion that looks like it's digging into something, like it's a penetrating sort of explosion, right? Something that looks like it's bam, like it's really directional. Yeah. Yeah, large and directional. Yeah. I haven't even made a torpedo yet, so I can't test that, but... implosion, ooh. Ooh, I should make some sort of implosion. That would be a good idea. It goes out, it goes... That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. Where am I going to put that? Is that one of the ship explosions does that? I don't know. Maybe a mine. Maybe there's an implosion mine that does that. Because we were talking about a Django Fett mine. Was that you, Multibit, who was talking about Django Fett mine? Implosion mine. I think the Django Fett mine is an implosion mine. You never heard of the Django Fett mine? Django Fett bomb. You gotta hear the sound as well. I hope I can get a sound like this in my game.
Seismic charges. Stand by.
I need a better version. Oh no, I'm gonna get copyrighted. I can't watch this on stream. Oh, god damn it. Centurion. I can't watch this on stream, can I? I didn't really watch the movies as a kid. I played the Lego games, so really. I don't want to have my stream taken down twice in a row today. But you can watch that if you want to. I don't know what it does. It could like pull you into it, like an actual black hole. Like if you're near it when it explodes, it pulls you closer. But I don't know if that'll be annoying. Forced movement and like forced CC is always annoying in games, you know? That's why I'm not even sure I really want to do this EMP stuff. It's going to be a very light debuff, I think. It's not going to be a crazy debuff if you get hit by an EMP. It's probably just a little bit of damage over time, a little bit of lowered like speed and stuff, and lowered energy regeneration. But I don't want to make it crazy. And it probably mostly does shield damage. It doesn't do hull damage. 5 ship-sized explosions. I should probably get a ship in the scene so I can see what I'm doing. An EMP could stop weapons, an implosion mine could stop movement. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they could affect different things. I was just talking about how like if you stop movement in your game, it really sucks, right? Like I kind of hate it. Like in yeah. I forgot. Will you have some sort of boss fight, or will it be similar to Freelancer, where I guess boss ship? Yeah, there weren't really boss ships in Freelancer. There wasn't like they weren't really deadly ships, but I could do that. Like an elite fighter, definitely. It's not too hard. And of course you've got the frigate to contend with, and the corvette to contend with. Which are obviously harder ships if you don't have any sort of bomber or Yeah. And like, you know, you have your rogue like run. You go through your missions in your rogue like sort of levels, and they get harder and harder. And some of the harder levels will involve like a frigate or a corvette or something. Or maybe an elite fighter, because I am thinking of redoing the movement, or like I'll probably append a type of movement. Like I'll have a ship type called elite fighter, and then I'm gonna create my own movement from scratch, because the movement I got from that guy for the state machine isn't the best in the world. I mean, it's pretty cool, it's good, but it's not exactly perfect. I know exactly how I would do it. I would do orthogonal. Well, I don't know if I can describe like orthogonal. I'd use like markers and stuff and use orthogonal directions to make it go in a circle, like I did with Spores of Starfire 1. I should probably stop streaming now, but I never mind personally movement debuffs if done right. Like some games won't pull you into a point, they'll keep you in a small radius you have to maneuver within. Yeah, I think yeah, what it could do is it could just sort of apply a force, like you say, like the implosion mine would apply a force to your ship, but you can still move, but it's like fighting against the force of the implosion, which is obviously difficult to do with a character body compared to a rigid body, but it's totally possible. Spores of Starfire 1 finished, yeah? I suppose so. Yeah. Anyway. Let's grab like medium explosion 5. Let's copy you, paste you. Large explosion 1. Delete the animation player. Add the animation player. New visual effect. Call large damage audio. I don't think I even have audio at the moment. Well, they do have explosions, but I never hear them though. I gotta work on the audio a lot. It might be this that's the issue. The unit size needs to be at like 100. But the problem is, yeah, the problem is that this, I have to go through every single effect to change that on every single one to 100, which would be a bad idea, right? So I've got to do that in code. So I guess I'll do it here. This would be for every visual effect though. Okay, I'm gonna worry about this later. Worry about this later. Large explosion 1. Damage area. Activate area. Randomized audio. Right, and what I want to do is I want to instantiate a bomber, air bomber, and then I can see the size of the ship, and I can see the size of the explosion that we'll need. So at the moment, that's not going to be big enough. Also, we can use a different explosion if I want to. I've got lots here to choose from. I can choose one with smoke, but like I was saying, I'm not sure it's going to look right. And we can try it and see what it looks like. You know? Can try it. Yeah, it's going to be very pixelated. Hang on. Let's do 10 to 15. Times 16. What if I rotate Y, align Y, what happens? Nothing, right? Don't think anything would happen. You could have the initial, like it can have multiple stages. So it could do this or something, and then it could have another explosion on top of it afterwards. Something. Also, I could do some trickery. I already have trickery going on. Um, I don't know. Um, I'm gonna pin that idea. Pin that idea. Put a pin on that. That's too realistic. Let's choose this one. I think I've used that before. I mean, that's okay, but... Each of them. 1 second. Explosive. Display, scale. 40. 35. And then you want to like... We need to be drawing on top of the ship. But we don't want to... Yeah, I do need to be drawing on top. I need to make sure I'm drawing on top of the ship. Let's see. That's never you. It would have to be. It would have to be like this, right? But the problem is that's gonna draw in front of literally everything. Let me think. This is in game. This is how you would see it, right? Yeah. Huh. How am I gonna... I mean, I can spawn it towards the camera, I suppose. Ideally, it would be a circle, right? Ideally, I suppose you use something else. But, yeah. Dissolve shader to make the ship disappear as it explodes, or multiple explosion. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta think about it. It looks cool though. It's not right, but it looks cool. You could use that for something. Yeah, you're totally right about, like, I have to get rid of the ship in a very... I have to remove the ship, not the explosion. Right. I want to blow the ship apart, of course. I would love that. I'd love to actually blow the ship apart. But we can do a dissolve shader, of course, or a we can use the grow thing. I've been thinking about experimenting with the grow thing anyway and seeing how it looks. It's not the worst. It's not the worst idea in the world. And it is right there. I don't have to write any code. But dissolve might be better. Let's be honest. You could do this and dissolve at the same time. Can you? Well, you could do this and you can fade. Okay. I think I need a break. I've lost all my my willingness. Let's have a look. Very cool. This looks awesome, mate. Oh, you got the explosions down perfectly. I think I need a lot. I need a flash. Right? It needs to flash. Anyway, that looks amazing, mate. Great work. Bam. And then maybe... Hmm. Okay. What's this one? We definitely want, like, rainbows, rings, something like that. Yeah. Oh, make sure that's unique. It probably is. um This one looks really good though. I'm gonna keep on using it. can barely see it. I don't see anything. There you go, I see it now, but barely. I fucked up the, I should need to cut that again, and this one as well. Need to go through the sprites and cut them properly. I don't think those fireball things are going to work properly. I think they're designed to be looped. I need a break. I can't. I think I need a break. Oh, there's ad break as well. Oh. Is there anyone watching on Twitch? Thank you everyone watching on Twitch and everyone watching on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by, Centurion, and Overcane, Abnormalities, and Bellica, and Rockadoodle, and Malicious Munch, and Multibit, and Anti-Z, and EO Flash, Chrometer, and Dan Garrett, and Centurion, and Leon, and Chrometer, and Gander, and Chrometer, and Overcane. I will see you all later, and I hope you all have a fantastic Wednesday, and I'll probably be on tomorrow. We'll see. Right.